PSG leading the break. Gomes looking for the overlap. Alba inside. It's Messi!
Outside, it plays it inside. Great tackle, but oh, he's finished off by Jenny. It's a run from him, but it's Messi. It's Iniesta!
Hello community, welcome back to another Barcelona match review. Barcelona lose to Rayo Vallecano 2-1. Well, this was shambolic. God damn, we played so horrible today. Like, I'm with the likes of Pedri and De Jong coming back into the 11, and this is how we play. Like, it's absolutely embarrassing. And fair props to Rayo Vallecano. The way they played today, they were absolutely the better team today. Like, they pressed better than us, they passed better than us, they had more intensity than us, and they absolutely showed up for their fans today at home. So fair props to Rayo Vallecano. But talking about Barcelona, man, this isn't what I was expecting. And I think the Madrid juju is real, guys. Like, whenever Madrid drop points this season, especially post World Cup, I would like to say, whenever they drop points, we always bottled it. We never took the advantage. We always either lost or drew the games. Like, I think it happened literally last week as well. Like, or last time when Madrid lost to Villarreal and we dropped points as well against some team I can't remember at the moment. And Madrid lost to Girona yesterday, and today we lost to freaking Rayo Vallecano. This is absolutely shambolic, man. And you know what? Without further ado, let's discuss as to how Barcelona managed to lose this match and what can we improve upon. Let's talk about it. And let's begin with the starting 11 plus Barca back with the 11. Ter Stegen in goal, our backline Balde, Alonso, Araujo and Koundé. Midfield 3 Gavi, De Jong, Pedri, and our front 3 Ferran on the left, Rafinha on the right and Lewandowski up top. So our midfield 3 was having Pedri back into the 11, De Jong and Gavi as well, and Alonso came into the 11 as well, which I really do not like the decision from Xavi, and of course I'll talk about more in the video. Now let's talk about the first half, and that first half wasn't good from Barcelona, man. Like, the whole match Barcelona were not that great, to be honest. Like, it wasn't really going good, and Rayo Vallecano having lots of intensity, lots of brilliant stuffs going for them, and we were just choking the passes. We weren't in the proper mood. The players were not showing up today. Like, today the players also deserve lots of criticism, especially Rafinha today, I don't know what lad was on. He was not able to do it, man. Like, he was not it today. Like, I do respect the fact that he was able to cross a lot and he was really trying his best. But today, his crosses chances, like his crosses completion was absolutely horrible. He completed 0 crosses today and he got dispossessed 21 times. That is shambolic. And look, I know I'm probably very frustrated, and I'm probably Rafinha doesn't deserve this much harsh or whatever, but in my opinion, like you turn up in some matches and then in some matches you don't turn on. Like, I just don't get that. I just absolutely don't get that, man. And of course, while Rafinha was not able to have that playmaking role, well, it was Pedri who had one of the main roles in playmaking, and I think he had a fair game, which of course about players I'll talk about in the end, as I always do. The time when I give shouts to the players. But talking about the tactics, I think there's 2 things that I would like to first of all mention that Xavi went wrong with. And first of all, the first mistake was in the lineup itself. I think in this game, when you have someone like Pedri, who is a playmaker, who is a person who can control the game well, with someone like Busquets or let's say Eric Garcia with him, I think this game would have been much better if we would have played with the tiki-taka style of football. And in my opinion, the midfield 3 should have been Eric Garcia, Pedri and De Jong, and Gavi should have been the false winger, in my opinion, and we should have given a much more advanced role to Balde and probably have a back 3 of Araujo and probably Koundé and Alonso. Because with this, what happens, right, is you would have Gavi's work ethic in the middle third, the work ethic that is really important at times, to regain the ball up front. And I think that's one of the reasons why probably Xavi kept Gavi in the midfield today and not in the left wing, because he wants that work ethic from him, right? But I think, in my opinion, if in case we would have gone with a better pivot, because honestly, the lone pivot that we are playing with today, Frankie de Jong, it's just not his position, man. Like, as a lone pivot, it's just not it. And he needs a proper support with him if in case he's going to play in a pivot. Of course, that's why we always shout him for as a double pivot. He's not a lone pivot, he's a double pivot. And today's double pivot was Pedri and de Jong, which just did not work. I think if we had like Eric Garcia and de Jong could have formed a double pivot, and that would have been much, much better, honestly, because let's say probably the best case scenario would be de Jong and Busquets as the double pivot. But I think Xavi wanted to rest Busquets today, or I don't know, I think he was suspended today. I'm not sure as to why Xavi did not bring on Busquets today. But even if that's the case, you could have just brought on Eric Garcia. You should have kept him as the DM. Like, I don't know. I really don't know why Xavi thought of the idea of having Frankie as lone pivot. Because yes, I know we have seen that before from him, but there's a difference. Like, before, when de Jong used to play as lone pivot, there used to be someone who used to provide defense for him, who used to provide that backup for him, right? Because sometimes de Jong likes to progress with the ball and stuff, so he wants that freedom, and he gets that when there is someone behind him. But usually in this match, it's not there, because Pedri is involved in advanced role, Gavi is involved in advanced role. So who do you expect to have, giving some backup? And having Pedri and de Jong as double pivot is also not good, because you're hampering Pedri's playmaking abilities, which is the big problem. The playmaking abilities that he can do in the final third, in the middle third, that's very, very vital. And you're not able to do that if in case you have Pedri deep. So I think the lineup itself was wrong. We should have had a midfield 4 game in this match. Having Pedri is literally that. Like, that is the point of having Pedri. Play tiki-taka football with 4 midfielders, having Gavi's work rate to win the ball, progress with it, and then he would do the play making for you. That's exactly the point of Pedri. And what we did is what I would like to point the second point as. Our mistake in the tactic, which was long ball approach. Why did we go long ball with Pedri? The whole point of going long ball is because we are not having creativity in midfield, right? We didn't have creativity in midfield. That's why we wanted to go long ball. So Rafinha would get the ball near the final third. So all the players have to do is have some good movements, get some connections near the final third, and score the goals. But when you're having Pedri, when you're having someone who can control the game, who can do the playmaking for you, you're still going for long ball, which, I mean, I just don't know. Like, the amount of times Araujo went for long ball towards Rafinha, as well as the long ball towards like Balde, it was, I'm just surprised. Like, where's the proper tactic? Like, Pedri really is suited well with the tiki-taka football. And especially if you have that 4 midfielder formation, like I said, if you have Eric Garcia as DM, de Jong, Pedri as a midfielders, having Gavi as a false winger and mostly as a winger, he would be there for his work rate. You would have Balde overlapping. Like, everything would have been so much better. But we absolutely bottled that. We just did not go with the proper tactic. Xavi still went with the long ball approach even while Pedri is there. Like, I just can't get my head wrapped around it. Like, the point, we were lacking creativity. We got a creator back, Pedri, and we are still going for long ball. Like, all right then. But yeah, that's basically why we could not do well in this match, and in the whole match, in first half, second half, every half, because we just completely went with the wrong tactic. And even the players deserve some criticism, like I said, because they did not turn on today. They were absolutely shitholes today. Rafinha, like I said, and many players, man, they were just shitholes, honestly. But yeah, let's talk about the goals that happened in this match. So from the first half, there was only one goal that came in, which was from Alvaro, and this came from Gavi being dispossessed. And then after that, the centre forward of Vallecano, he was dribbling. There was no DM to protect in that space, so he had a lot of space. Then he passed it towards Alvaro. Alvaro then had a very nice shot, fair play to him, the way, the accuracy, everything was brilliant, and he scored the goal. And Rayo Vallecano were leading, and that's just how the half also ends. They were having possession, they were having domination. It was absolutely not fun to watch. And I just don't like the tactic that we went today, man. Like, I've already said a lot about it. And yeah, let's just talk about as to how the second half went. Now let's talk about the second half, and second half was also not good at all. For until 60th minute, again, we were not really doing good. We were kind of having neck-to-neck possession with Rayo Vallecano, but we were still going with a similar approach, and I just did not like that, man. Like, I think the 11 was not correct. We should have gone with 4 midfielders. I will always stand by that. And we were just not playing well. Pedri got subbed off, and then our whole midfield got rejuvenated. Of course, Pablo Torre came on around the 79th minute or something, if I'm not wrong. Then Kessié as well as Eric Garcia come as lone pivot. And honestly, with that midfield, except for Kessié, we have seen much better. We saw much better, I would say, liveliness from Eric Garcia and, of course, Pablo Torre. And again, that's what I'm saying. Like, Pablo Torre, he came on. He didn't have the best of the best games. I'm pretty sure about that, and I will say about that. But I think, especially the fact that he's not having that many games, I think it will just take him time to, kind of get his rustiness off. And we have seen that from multiple players, right? Like how it used to happen for Ricky Puig. Like sometimes when he used to come off the bench, he didn't used to play good, but then once he started coming off more and more frequently, he started playing better. So it's kind of the same thing with Pablo Torre, And so it just was not going pretty good for Barcelona. And of course, we conceded another goal, which was by Fran Garcia. And this one was not good. Like we gave a throw-in, absolute shit throw-in that was. And Frankie de Jong lost the ball. Fran Garcia just ran. Araujo tried to stop him, but it was too late. 2-0 to Rayo Vallecano. And yeah, shithole, just absolute shithole. And I think Jordi Alba also got subbed on in this match with Ansu Fati. So those were the subs for this match, like I mentioned. And what to say? Like, I think what I would like to say is that as Garcia and Pablo Torre came on, I think we were looking a little bit more lively. I think we started to go with that tiki-taka approach. We started to go with that connections, movements approach, which kind of went good. And honestly, that was the play today. Like, I don't get it, man. Like, when you're not having a creator, of course, I get it that we're not able to play well from the midfield. And of course, that's why we're going for the long ball approach. Like, I've already explained that. I don't want to explain that anymore, man. But like Xavi, we did not go much with the long ball approach in this, like as Pablo Torre and Eric Garcia came on, we played a little bit more better. And of course, we got our consolation goal at that time. When Pablo Torre had the ball near the final third, he passed to Kessié. Kessié went inside the box, tried his shot. It got blocked, but it got deflected towards Lewandowski. And he had an absolute rocket shot into the goal, made it 2-1 for Barcelona. Well, 2 goals for Vallecano and 1 for Barcelona. So that's pretty much how the game ends. Like, I've already said a lot about it, and I think the players did not do well today. The tactic was wrong, the formation, the lineup was wrong, not the formation. And that's pretty much how I would sum up the game. Rayo Vallecano, fair play to them. Well done, guys. Like, yeah, fair play. And that's how Barcelona lose, score being 2-1. Now, some players who maybe I would like to give a little bit shouts or probably criticism about, probably criticisms towards to Rafinha, because again, I've already said it, he just had 0% crosses completed today. It's absolutely shithole. Ferran Torres today as well was just not it today. Like, I think Ferran's utilization is not being proper. Like, I think his utilization in today's match should have been what I would expect from Gavi. I think him dropping in space in the middle third, getting that ball and then passing it towards Rafinha or Lewandowski should have been the strat. But he was being like a second striker and it wasn't just working. It was absolutely not working. Koundé, I think, did not really have a good game. I think he had a very okay game, all right game, but not the best at all. Pedri, I think he played well. Like, I think his movements, his dribbles, everything was good, touches. But sometimes he used to get dispossessed, which also the same goes for Gavi. He also got a couple of times dispossessed. So yeah, I don't know whom to really give good shouts for. Maybe Araujo, he did a very good tackle in that first half, which saved us from a goal potentially. And Alonso, I mean, the fact that he got renewed, just, yeah, I don't know, man. I just simply don't know. But yeah, that's just what I would like to say. Like, I think there was a couple of chances for Lewandowski as well. I think he should have done better. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching, and this was quite sad. Hopefully we will bounce back for the next match. I think the next match is against Betis, and if I'm not wrong, Dembele and Christensen might be back for that match. So that's going to be pretty big for us. So let's see what's going to happen. Thank you so much for watching. This was quite a shithole, but just give me the support like you guys did last time. And as always, Visca Basa.